Hey folks, Matt Sharp here with another Pacific Angler Friday Fishing Report. We're filming for December 10th, so if it's nowhere near December 10th, click up here. This is a link to all the Friday Fishing Reports. We do it most weeks, so I should have something up to date for you. Holiday season. Whether you celebrate Christmas or you just kick back and relax, it's a great time of year, and the gods only know that we had a tough 2020 and we had a tough 2021. To all those affected by the storms, our hats are still off to you. We're doing whatever we can to get support out that way, but we figured we needed something to cheer everybody up. Now, for many, worth maybe thinking about gifts or gift ideas, and there's nothing better than a Pacific Angler gift card. They're super easy. You don't even have to come down. Tell your loved ones to call in. If Uncle John, who always gets you the socks or the horrible gift, is scratching his head, point him in our direction. We can email him a PDF. He doesn't have to get off the couch, and we can make that happen for you. But we're also giving away a bunch of free gift cards this year. What for? Well, last year we did the Best of 2020 Fish Picture competition, and it was a big success. A bunch of guys and girls sent in photos, a bunch of kids sent in photos. It was excellent. I'm going to throw a few of them up here because the photos were stunning, and we've expanded it this year. I've got more categories, and we're going to be giving away a $50 gift certificate for the winner of each of those categories. I'm going to talk about that right off the hop when we get into the report. So start digging up those photos from any time in 2021, and maybe you've got a winner in there. Now, we are going to talk a little bit about the fishing. We do have another storm coming, but weather is colder, and so we're hopeful that that water will not affect the valley as hard or the sea to sky direction when we're talking about fishing. We've got an overview of sort of what happened on the fisheries front in the valley with these storms. Taylor goes over some stuff in detail. And then obviously in December, it's also time for steelhead fishing. And Sterling has a great overview if you want to get into steelhead fishing. It may not be for the month of December, but it's definitely January, February, March. And he goes over it in detail with some great tips for the beginner, but also maybe something for the intermediate to brush up on if you're planning on getting out. We also got some fly stuff if you're thinking steelhead. We've got the What's in My Fly Box for steelhead. That was one we did with Rod a number of years ago, but it's still really good. Goes over a bunch of the patterns that I use, and that's going to be in the written as well. And last but not least, we've got a fly from Andre. This is more of a warm water pattern, but could totally be adopted to bull trout and predator fish in the lower mainland or British Columbia, and we're going to look at that at the back end of the report. As always, if you want to see more reports like this, consider hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, cheers to Friday, and happy almost Christmas holiday season. Let's talk the competition first, because there's nothing I love more than great fishing pictures. Well, maybe being out in the fishing pictures, but you get where I'm going with this. Last year, a bunch of great photos came in. What are we looking for? Well, I want the best fish picture. Now, that could be anything with a fish in it. It could be an action shot with a fish. It could be a grip and grin with a fish. Obviously, we ask guys and girls to be respectful of how they're treating the fish in those pictures. We don't want to encourage improper fish handling, but send me your cool fish shots, anything directly fish related. The other one is the act of fishing. So anything you're doing, mucking around and fishing, a cool action shot, a cool boating shot, something interesting in the act of fishing, that's going to be another $50 gift certificate if you've got the winning picture. We also have the scenery shot. Now, last year this guy won, and it was one of the coolest sort of scenery shots. It had a really cool vibe to it. And so we're looking for your epic scenery related to fishing shots. So stuff when you're out in that wonderful world of nature while fishing, anything that caught your eye, anything that you said, that's a beautiful photo that I want to share, send it into us. Again, another $50 gift certificate is going to be on the line. Last but not least, for all you under 16ers, we've got a kids category, and there's going to be a $50 gift certificate for you guys and girls as well. We want to see the next generation of their fishing pictures, any category, any good fishing picture, 16 or under in it, and we do ask that the parents send those photos in so that we have permission to use them. All the photos we will ask to use in the Friday Fishing Report or in the blog, but I've got the email right here. We're all official. We've got an official email for it this year. Send them in here. I'll also have links down in the description and more details on the categories in the written version of the report. Okay, send me those fish pictures. I can't wait to see them. Let's talk a little bit about the fishing because, yes, we do have another storm. I think every time I've done this report for the last 2 months, we've had a storm, and it's, again, quite a bit of precipitation. We've got 40 to 50 Friday when you guys are watching this. I'm filming Thursday night, so this is pretty close to current. I wouldn't expect this to change much, but the good news is it's reasonably cold. 6-7 degrees. It's going to be wet in Vancouver, but when we flip that out to where we're really concerned, and that's Chilliwack, they're getting hit as hard as well. 25 to 30, 25 to 30, 10. Hopefully these cooler temperatures don't put more water into areas where we don't want water. It'll be interesting to see. The nighttime temperatures are cold Saturday, Sunday, and well into next week, so hopefully that'll suck up whatever moisture comes. Let's look Squamish way because that's more fishable, and there is a rainfall warning there, 50 to 75, but the temperatures on this one are probably going to mean it's snow. Now, what does snow mean for you guys heading to the Squamish? Well, four-wheel drives and shovels. Throw that shovel in your car if you plan to go up there. Even if you don't plan to go to the upper river, you plan to go down maybe a little side road off to the main river, throwing that shovel in can make a big difference. Even if it's the old shovel you got from the house that you've never used, just throw it in the back. Trust me, you'll thank me later. I don't know how many times that shovel in the back has allowed me to spin around on a dirt road and not get stuck, but also watch your road conditions and be careful. Fresh snow like this can make some of those roads quite treacherous. I don't expect this to change the river too much. It's actually fairly low and clear right now at 2.5 as I'm filming this, so we actually could use a little water. It'll be interesting to see the temperatures. Watch it closely. The egg eaters have been doing well. We've had good reports, and with a little bump in water with this rain, it should be decent. We've also heard of some late coho. The season is winding down, but the late fishing has been quite good. We wouldn't say go out specifically for salmon this time of year because it is the end of the season, but don't be surprised if your egg presentation puts the chrome coho at the end of your line. And what have I got next? Well, let's talk about a fly. Andre's got another one for us, and it's called the fuzzy bear. I don't really get the name. I have to ask Andre about that one. It's probably got some inside joke to it. It's more of a warm water pattern, a great style. Let's call it a peanut butter style pattern. These are probably one of the best warm water patterns. So if you're going to Mexico, you're going for roosters, you're going to Christmas Islands, you're going to, if we can ever travel again, if you're going to anywhere warm where there's predator species, this is probably my starting style of pattern. And he goes through it in detail. It's a cool color combination, but we can also adapt these in smaller sizes to bull trout locally as well as other predator fish. And I've used a few of them in small sizes on our local flows when I'm trying to imitate fry or just bait fish running away from specifically bull trout. So it might be worth playing around with. This style of pattern swims very, very nicely and has a really nice profile to it. So it's definitely worth checking out, as well as the techniques with some of the material are useful to have in your knowledge base when maybe you're applying it to something else. All right, guys, that's everything I've got for you. I'm tuning out for 3 weeks. So you got 3 weeks to send me those photos. I'm going to put the email again up here. Send them in to us. We want to pick those winners for gift certificates. If you want to see Andre's pattern, click up here. If you want to see that steelhead what's in my fly box video I did with Rod a few years ago, check that out up here. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit that like button. And I'm going to catch you guys in 3 weeks.